This is such an easy farm for Hearts. Also, let me test what Luda said real quick. He said the event was good for Hearts, but I don't agree. I want to try this iPhone. Comment. I already know it's Lee. I knew it was Lee. I knew it was Lee. Lee, where are you, bruh? Huh? Your PS4 is getting dusty, encrusted, and it's wondering why you haven't used it yet. Speak to your friend. And I already know where you're going with this. Find your taco, hop on the PlayStation. You know what I mean? Look at back to this. I guess we're on this, right? That's alright. And then who else am I putting in? My oranges are trash, so we'll go with the trash. I just realized this is easy version. No matter what I run. Wait, I just read 8 tail for base hit. Oh no, that's it. And he's got killer Anna. Skill though. Yeah, it's like level 5. He's gonna kill him the problem. This man died with his cheeks in the air. I'm done. I am done. Look at me. Alright, I get it, man. I've got stuff. Damn. Yeah. We'll do it for the orbs. I honestly don't. You know what, Joe? Now I think about it, I don't know why I put up a stream to this game. This game is boring as hell to watch. Oh, no. This guy, he's the type of person that will turn on his PlayStation after I say that, to come here and insult me, and then he'll turn it right back off. Fun your taco, bro. Okay. Is it one of those things you can say, but I can't? Fair enough. You are a consistent player. Oh. I see. What did you do? Lift more than you're capable of lifting? Oh. Oh. Wait, what? No, you see? Oh. Probably. Yeah, of course it would. You're forgetting that that's not meant to be like that on the inside. If you're fiddling with the thing, it's making it worse. Oh my Antonio, man. Fuck. That man needs to look after himself. Yeah, shit. I mean, yeah, no, they're just letting you know that as a, like, so that if it does happen, you can take well, you know what I'm told. Oh, so it's actually like a surgery with wrist, like genuine wrist, not just. Yeah, you see that right there, yeah, that is the main reason I don't ever do arm wrestling. Not even as a joke. Yeah, not even as a joke. No, bro, I'm more concerned with getting my arm snapped. I don't... Okay, I wish. I'd skydive, no problem. Actually, no. I'd want Wolverine's team. You know. Nah, man. Nah, I remember there was one time I did an arm wrestle with D'Angelo in science. This was always back in secondary, obviously. And while we were doing it, like, I felt I could put more into it, but at the same time, I was like, nah, I ain't trying to get my arm broken or break his. Yeah. That's how it goes. In your head, you think anime. Come on, you can do it. And yeah, it's just not. No, sometimes you can't do it. Right? I'll be real with you. If I see Derek going to attempt something he's not capable of, this is assuming I'm there. I'm going to pick him up from the rough, like a mother cat does to their litter. And I'll just place him somewhere else. Please do. Because, yep. Like, maybe in a couple of months, but right now, no, you cannot, sir. You know what I mean? Any muscle he did have has atrophy. When he gets in the gym, it's going to be just like his first day at the warehouse again. Yeah. The 14th, isn't it? Good. My main issue is just the food. Yeah, I've been doing like little home workouts, innit? But the food, man, eating the food. I feel like the food is the hardest part. I can work out till I drop, but man, the dieting, calorie counting, fuck. Lee, you know what's actually kind of scary? I think Jelly's the only one I told this, right? Do you remember what I told you I weighed when we last spoke? Yeah, right? That's right. I weighed myself, was it yesterday or the day before? 147. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I was like, huh? And no. I haven't had takeaway in a long time. I've just been doing like home workouts and everything, you know. Yeah, but bruv, I can't lie, it doesn't really look like it other than like certain parts of my body. Whoa.
No, but Brandon, none of you said though.
Oh, is it? Also, Jelly, there's a bit of an echo from your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go, that's better. Bruv, I got off the scale and I got on it multiple times because I was like, I don't believe you, you're lying to me. It is.
That's crazy loss.
But that only tells me how dangerous my weight was prior. That is dangerous. It still is, but
yeah, because if you could lose that much that quickly, that means you didn't even need it in the first place.
You see what I'm saying? That was all just excess nonsense.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, I'm just gonna try and keep going with it, man. You know what?
Guy trying to get a 6-pack. What are you talking about?
Hey, Mercer 6. I don't know about all that. To be honest, I feel like even if I do lose weight, I'll still have loose skin because yeah. I think what I'm gonna do at the moment is focus on losing until I'm maybe like. There was something jelly about it. I was looking at like the recommended weight for some of my height. That man tried to say some nonsense about flipping. It was like between 70 and 90 kilograms. I said, yeah, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna walk around like one. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to walk around like one beanpole.
Legit. I think I'm like 73 or something like that.
Yeah. And because I'm so tall, obviously, obviously that weight was so different on me. So I was like, I think 120. I'll go for 120 and then.
Yeah, 120 is calm, bro. 120 is calm. Because that way, you won't have the extra skin as well, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Can you imagine? Nah, I can't go from one extreme to the other. That would be mad. I'd be unrecognizable.
Boy. You know, everyone can see you running from down there, bro. They'll be like, yeah, that's Brandon. Bro, that ain't happening. I'll pull up behind you.
Bro, I turn sideways and disappear.
You know, like that, bro. Just have walk a little different, and you're a completely different person now, fam.
Yeah. I hate that these men always put it in flipping pounds, man. Like,
I need to get an iron, man. All my clothes are fucking... Oh, this is annoying.
I can't remember the last time I used an iron. Oh yeah, on that type that I didn't get to wear in the end. I just wash my clothes, I hang them up and then wear them.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately, bro, a lot. But I'm lucky because most of my shit is tracksuits anyways.
Yeah, so it don't even matter really.
Yeah. But I know that all the t-shirts I got, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he even said 96 kilos. I don't know, I feel like that's still too... I don't know. I'd rather be... Yeah, the lowest I think I wouldn't mind is 110. I should use a choke.
Yeah, you would look under.
Yeah. Because all of that weight would just be stretched all over your body. And the thing is, like, my legs, like, everything below my knee, there's barely any fat there. So losing even more weight would just, my legs would look fucking, man, be like, got that pigeon flipping legs or something. Or owls. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe, you know. Maybe I think that makes more sense.
How would you actually upgrade on that, man?
I don't even know. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea for me. Yeah, pretty much where I'm at right now. Yeah. I don't mind it, but like the eating, man. Sometimes like there was a day the other day where I was doing the workouts or whatever, but I didn't eat at all. I know that's bad. Yeah, but
I tend to work out before I eat as well. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not.
I think it is. Yeah, I think you're probably better off working out before you eat something rather than after. Actually, I don't know. Lee, you're the gym man. You know? When is it best to eat?
Oh, I see. Yeah, something like...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Just bleh. Lee, what's it called? Joe sent me a video yesterday of one guy trying to lift. Was it like how heavy were they? 100 kg dumbbells, Joe.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They were very heavy, Lee. The man, he lied down. No, you see, that's what I'm saying. If it was one of them, it makes sense. Brother
looks like having
like
muscle still.
He looked like he was like maybe 6 months to maybe a year into bodybuilding. So it's like you can tell he has a good physique, but he's nowhere near there. And the man went to lift it. Exactly. Because he went to lift it and his arm collapsed. Oh, is it? He's the guy that's built like a goddamn, yeah. Yeah, hell no. Yeah. Yeah.
Aha!
See, and that's why I laugh, because a couple of my uncles and that would be like to me, "Oh, Brandon, you got a good build for bodybuilding." Did. I said, "Yeah, you man just want me to
Fuck
fuck
you,
myself
mate.
up."
Extreme. Yeah, that's extreme shit, bro. Man's lifting buses in that, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, let me send it to Jelly as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
You just got all them muscles and you can't even,
Imagine banging your face and you just
can't
drop,
even
bro.
open up a fucking. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I wanna build muscle, but I don't wanna just build it for aesthetics or anything. I actually wanna build like strong muscle. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Yeah, like. I also think it'd be a good way to train control for the strength I already possess. Yeah.
I feel like an anime character.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Wait, what's your body weight? Wow, Lee, that means you can lift me. Yeah. What, Lee? I said strong.
That's it, warm up. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hey man, as long as you're going, that's the important thing. Yeah, definitely.
No, look at this animal, bro. This, look at this. Let me send it to you, son.
Cool.
You're gonna see what those bug it up.
Oh yeah, but Lee, check the video I sent you. Watch the guy try to lift it. That thing just fell. What was I? That, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yep. Like a piece of paper, just
Clapping it. Woo!
and there was no one there to even spot him.
No, that did not just happen.
Right. Oh, is it that serious when they get an injury like that?
Yeah. Tendons are the ones you don't want. Like, if yours, yeah.
Oh no! Oh wait. Yeah. Shit.
Bro, that's why people when they get like knee injuries,
Yo,
like knee
Duffel.
tendon and that, like it's
Yeah,
fucked.
it's a serious
Like,
injury and it lasts
smash
like a
up.
long time.
Yeah.
You have to heal for a
People be
long
out for like
time. Bro.
months. Yeah.
Duffel, what are you saying? Wait, you're on YouTube as well? I'll be honest, I don't know why I decided to stream to YouTube today. It was a spur of the moment decision. I kind of regret it. especially because of this game. Like this game, like it's fun to play. I don't think it's very fun to watch though.
Unless you're invested.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you're
That's really
invested, then maybe you care about what's happening. But yeah, how you doing, Duffel? I was just you said you haven't played this game in ages, so you used to play it as well. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, see, yeah, this. Yeah. Flipping. How do I? I'm like an old man with technology nowadays, you know. Let me see what you send me as well.
This guy's moving fucking long. You see what I mean about artists? Oh,
Sure.
sir, can you come to this day? Reply within like 5 minutes. As soon as you're talking about money, hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got this idea. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay, cool. This is what's gonna cost. No reply.
Look at little man. Look at You see, the thing is for me, yeah. You see when animals move like that, that's when I start to get nervous.
You see the way he's moving?
Yeah, bro.
Bruv.
He's moving like he's trying to box or something. Like, big man, why aren't you? Because I could kick you. And you know this. Look. Oh, he came for the biscuit. Okay.
Literally, bro.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say like the squirrel. Like I
Yeah,
fuck
like
with
yesterday.
squirrels,
That was a
bro.
bit crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I fuck with squirrels heavy. But the way he was moving, he was a bit too. You know what I mean?
That one was looking like he was trying to climb all over me, like. Or trying to
Yeah,
do
bro. He looked like he was there for more than friendship.
You know, like that.
But yeah. What did you say that for? Let me check. Yeah, man. I watch YouTube also. Bleach Brave Souls, right? Yeah. Brave Souls. Yeah, this Aizen is broken. Every single one of my normal attacks are hitting for as much damage as an ult. Years ago, yeah. I played it years ago as well. I've only recently come back to it. They've added a lot of stuff that wasn't here when I was first playing, so I kind of got back into it again. And the new characters are cold as hell, as you can kind of see. This is the new Aizen from the latest 1000 Year Blood War banner, and then that's the Grim Reaper there as well. I'll see in a second.
What time is he going to work today, Brandon? You know?
He's day shift now, innit? So he should
He should
already
be finished, yeah.
Yeah, he should be finishing soon. I don't know, I didn't ask him what time. I think he said at one point he started at 6, maybe? I don't know.
6 a.m. Oh yeah, 6 till 4 something he was saying.
Yeah, I think so. So Lee, how come Derek hasn't been playing Taco? Derek, how come he's not been on Taco with you? Oh, is it? Oh. Yeah. You know what's funny? Yesterday he was here, he was fucking getting on my nerves. And I was saying to him, why are you gonna play Taco with me? Yes, I tried to send him off to you. Yeah, you know what? He didn't even give me a direct answer, I don't think. He probably just doesn't want to play Tarkov right now. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, I think it might be because he doesn't want to, you know. But oh, okay. Did you clarify that it was just you and him? And he still said, yeah, I don't know. He's probably just not in the mood to play it right now. Yeah. Derek's like a... Yeah. Yeah, because Derek's like me. He'll only really play a game if the mood strikes him or if there's people playing it as well. Yeah, even Joe's been trying to find a new game that he can play with Derek on. He's like, every time Derek comes online, he just wants to beat Joe up. Like, he's always angry at like another game he's played, and then he wants to fight Joe and he just takes it out on Joe. Joe's like, let's find something else to play. Oh my god! That boost is insane! What the? Alright, this Aizen. He is a busted ass NAD character. God damn. And you're telling me Genryusa is still more powerful than this? Yeah, I mean, well, good luck with that. If you don't remember the information, like... Actually, no, you know, it depends. If you were playing it on the phone, then... Well, yeah, you said years ago, so you were. It should be quite easy. It depends what you're on. Are you on Android or iPhone? If you're on Android, it should have saved to your Google account. iPhone, I don't know how it works. Yeah, I thought the same thing when I first returned to the game. Luckily, it was all saved through the Google account. iPhone, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works on iPhone. I'm an Android man myself. Alright, let's see. Okay, harder, same sticky. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Bro. Alright, man, I get it. How many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 from 10 tickets is decent. I wouldn't say that's the best way to farm the heart though.
This Reinhardt is very fast.
Oh, I don't even know. It's not the same thing.
I got shot while playing for FIFA. That is messed up. I got shot while playing for FIFA and I didn't wake up.
You know, I've noticed it happen a couple of times. I'll shoot someone as they're falling asleep and it just is, the sleep is so deep they don't even realize. Yep. So you think about download? Yeah, I think you found it. Nice. My memory. What's happening there? What was I doing? Ah, that's right. Also, Duffel, if you're on console, no wait, you're on PC, innit? You don't have this game on PC? Genuine question. I don't know. Because I play this on PC as well. Bleach Brave Souls. Oh, they. Wow. So you're telling me I can play with myself, yes, I said it, across 3 different platforms. That's kind of IO. That means I'd never have to wait in an online lobby. Yeah, you can get it on PC. Nice. Oh, 2 years ago. Almost to the date. Okay. Wow. So you can just run multiple accounts on PC with the emulators. That's okay. That's kind of broken. Kind of OP. Really is PC Master Race, huh? No, I have not. I have not touched Apex. Yeah. The laser sight, mad. Wingman is a sniper now. You know, a revolver is classed as a sniper. Okay. Nice to see Logic's out the window. I mean, we had no full damage from the jump, but I thought there was some semblance of realism, I guess not. Yup. Amazing. Have you ever played Summoner's War? No. Is that another gacha game? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Duffel. The most important part, Lee. The Spitfire is a light gun. It's a light gun. The Spitfire is a light weapon. And the man woke up and said, yeah, I don't care. Really? And you know what? That was the only reason I was going to touch this season. Because the Volt's back on the ground. Wow. So they fuck up all the guns people like using, and then it's on mobile and you have to gacha game. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I just want to have a word with someone I respawn. Like, before I go off the hinges, I just want to talk to them and try and get an idea of what it is they're trying to do for the day. You know, the only reason I could think that they did it is because there's too many LMGs in the heavy category, even though an LMG is a heavy weapon. Actually, it was the Spitfire all along. Yeah, I mean, we didn't need another LMG, so that I'm grateful for, but disgracing the light category by putting the Spitfire in there, that's a whole other issue. Can't believe it. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, it is. Man said the R9 as a shotgun. Oh lord. Can you imagine if it was like a hop-up that actually turned it into one? That'd be disturbing. Yo, that'd kind of be cold. That's kind of cold. Let's not put that in the universe though. 100%. But they're too scared. Because they're trying to appeal to the people that spend the money on the game. Which is mostly kids and schools. So kids are happy with all of that. They love the idea of that. Wingman is a sniper? Golly! Wait, you said that game is the same as Brave Souls? Alright, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. This game goes hard. Is it? You know what? I've only seen it do 50 damage or 100. Does it stack per shot? Okay. Yeah. Because I don't know how it works really, but I was watching Touche use it. I saw him shoot someone. It was 50. He shot the same person. It was 100. So I wasn't sure if it's like the damage scaling thing once you hit the target it goes up. But, yeah. Joe. Yup. Joe was considering playing it. I told him watch the stream first. He went to watch the stream and said, yeah, forget it. Every team that they went to fight, there was a third party nearby, and then there was a steer as well. Alright.
It was silent.
Yeah. Just battling the steer. Even the firing range looks different, and I don't know what they did to Kings Canyon, but it looks very different. Oh, that's not bad, because the people that just waited on height were annoying. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Apex gameplays are a lot like Overwatch gameplays. The things they do don't really make sense. You know if they aim for longevity. Yeah, now playing more than one FPS shooter at the same time, it's challenging. Wait, hold on a second. I missed what you said just now, so I have to go back to read it. He's saying that Maggie hard count is good. Apparently the ult one-shots his dome. That's kind of crazy. See, these lying sacks of shit. Wait, actually, I don't know. No, like you can, Maggie's ult, I think, destroys it. Yeah. See, but I remember someone saying to me that the game there said they didn't want to add hard counters. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if it was Louis that said that. You know, when Louis said stuff, finest pinch of salt, you know? Yeah, the tiniest, just a dash, you know? Nothing excessive. But at the same time, I wouldn't put it past them. I feel like that's something they would say. She buddies him. A legit her ult one taps his dome and you can destroy it. Yep, okay, it's confirmed. She actually one taps his dome. That is mad. That's kind of cray-cray. Yeah, I know Jibby players are fuming right now. Yeah, look at this. This doesn't compare. I just in the second soul ticket, 8 of these 3-star hearts, and the other mission I got. What was it like? I think 3 in total. I mean, no, 5 in total. Yeah, hell no. This is the farm. This is the farm right here. Wow. Her tactical's gotten a buff as well based on its range. So they made quite a few changes, but they didn't nerf Spherical. I mean, I can't lie, sometimes you see with characters like that, sometimes I wonder if they're worried about any potential backlash. Because, like, if they were to nerf him, I know there'd be someone or some group of people that hop on Twitter and start talking about, why are you nerfing him? Is it because he's black? You know what I mean? And, like, unironically, they genuinely believe it's because he's black. As a joke, I would laugh at that. That would be fucking hilarious, but there are people out there that they live in that victim mindset, man. What can you do? I think I need to drop this. You know what? He really gets on my nerves with that. He really does piss me off with that. He really does piss me off with that. Oh, Derek. Derek, oh. Yep, never does. His pick rate dropped. I called him a fuckhole. God damn. Oh my god, that's the complete opposite of what we were talking about earlier, Lee. No, I know, but yo, that's crazy. So I think it, I definitely think it. But yeah, Duffel also says that his pick rate has now dropped to third last, Gibby, while Maggie's has risen towards the middle. Yeah. Gibby, if you didn't have a Gibby in your comp team, yeah, that's how these people think, and it's disgusting to me. Like, do you know how many seer mains there were until they removed the 10 damage from his stat? Which to me made no sense, but reducing 10 damage was enough to get a lot of people off of it. As soon as they begin to nerf his ult or his heartbeat sensor, they probably drop by another 30%. Yeah. But the hive mentality is nuts, you know. It is nuts. Dude, talk to me when India stops using slaves and she blocked me. Wait, I missed something. There. Yeah, I missed something. Hey, okay. Oh, okay. I know a girl that is a huge victim. She's Indian and she was talking mad shit about racism. I'm like, dude, talk to me when India stops using slaves and she. Yo, I'm done. That is funny. That is, and she blocked you. Oh hell no. That is joke. Yeah, man, the virtue signaling today is nuts. And like, I'm not up to date with current India, but don't they operate off of a caste system anyway? Where they believe like the darker skin you are, the lower you are in terms of value. Yeah, like a couple of like that's what I'm saying. I've noticed it when I watch the entertainment, but I didn't want to assume it was still the same way. Because I'll watch like some, well, not really watch. I'll be real. For that reason, I've been put off from watching a lot of their stuff. But like I'll like skim through it and watch certain scenes and that, and I'll just try. I like to play a game. It's called Find the Dark Man. I just watch the film and try and find the darkest person there, and you rarely see it. So yeah, that's cold. That is a cold point there, Duffel. You're a G for that. Man said, talk to me when India stopped using slaves and she blocked it. That is cold. One of your exes who is also Indian said it as well. Yeah, like, I find with today, there's a lot of like, a lot of these movements going on where they they push the idea that they're seeking empowerment for oppressed individuals. But more often than not, what I'm noticing is it really just gives rise to people making excuses for their own bad behavior or trying to pretend like everybody else is in the wrong. And I find it is most common amongst women. Because they have some of the craziest double standards, and you try and point it out to them, they just don't see it that way. I had a sort of a debate with a friend a couple of days ago where we were talking about what do they call it? The nuclear family, the idea of the nuclear family and whether or not that's more productive in terms of raising a family. And she was adamant on the idea that you pretty much don't need a dad in the home. And I was just like, eh. But then when you flip it, it was like it wasn't the same energy. So it's like we're really just saying whatever we feel like saying, whatever makes us feel good. Instead of trying to actually get to the root of the problem and discuss the real issue at hand. It's weird. It's not. I don't really like entering those conversations. I don't even know if I'm making my point clear enough, but in my head it all makes sense. It feels like the topic of conversation is never what they're actually trying to dispute. Is what I'm trying to say. It seems more like they're trying to find ways to excuse shitty behavior. I was watching a video yesterday, yeah, and it was a woman that said it, and it made me. I sat there and I thought about it for a second. And she was like, "How come whenever women get like a preference or standard for who they're trying to date or whatever, they're applauded for it, but then when men have a standard, they're shamed. If they want a woman with a little body count or a stay-at-home wife and things like that, they're shamed for it and called all kinds of things. Like if a woman says she wants a man with all this money, physically fit, attractive, she's praised for it. I was like, that is strange, isn't it? I know you mean people are so woke. Yeah. This whole, and you know what's crazy is woke was never for that kind of movement. The whole woke thing, well, actually, from what I saw, it started in the what's called the Black consciousness community. So they're the people that sort of will deep dive into Black history and some of the things that are left out in the conversation of human history. Things that I think are definitely worth considering. But that's another conversation. But I found it was usually for that, and the people who were aware of the things that were hidden, that's why they refer to themselves as woke. So like the spiritually enlightened folk. And then it kind of got usurped and now is used for the TikTokers. Yeah, we'll call them the TikTokers. Wow, I'm a TikToker, that's crazy. Oh, even saying that made me want to throw up. TikTok is a dangerous app, man. That app is so dangerous. I saw some guy talking about, he was doing a video, he was trying to connect 9/11 to something else, right? And none of the points were really coherent. He was talking about how Juice WRLD was actually Juice WRLD and Lil Uzi Vert was Lucifer, and I was just like, and then he was talking about how with 9/11, you take the two ones and you separate them and that's a portal, and I was just like, brother, none of what you're saying is correlated. You've just jumped from Juice WRLD sounding like Juice WRLD to why 1 and 1 are a portal. But yeah, TikTok, man.
1 and 1 is a portal.
Huh?
1 and 1 is a portal.
Yeah.
What's 2 and 2?
Ask him.
A portal is in a portal.
A portal in a portal? No. Yeah, I don't know, man. TikTok, I've seen some wild shit on that. I saw something the other day, actually. There was a kid who, apparently there was a challenge where they were making kids basically make themselves pass out. Like they'd encourage them to do something, and then the result was them passing out. Like,
Yeah, they were doing challenges. That's the whole how TikTok grew. They were
no,
just
but
challenges, and the challenges were actually dumb challenges that you can really harm yourself. A couple kids died. They tried to tell parents to stop letting their kids use TikTok and try and warn parents to monitor their child if they're doing any challenges or whatever on TikTok.
see, but you know why I'm confused? Because you see, when we were growing up, we had a similar thing. Like, remember when you would do like the breathing in and out 15 times, and then you hold your breath, and then cross your arms, and then they push in your chest and you pass out. Things like that, right? But I feel like there was still a degree of we know when too far was too far.
Hey man, I'm gonna be back in
Yo.
a sec. If I don't jump on, Brandon, I'll call you in it. I'll
Okay.
probably be in Android or something.
Okay, cool. In a bit.
Show you in a minute.
Actually, no. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I just notice it more with these kids because now they're in an age where everything's online. I think that's what it is.
Controller died.
I'm not about to sit there and pretend like we were a bunch of smart kids in other respects. Definitely was smart in other ways, just some of the ways that counted, we weren't very bright. Do you guys agree with that?
I blame
Like,
you.
the kids in Aloysius, they were intelligent in their own way, but oh lord, oh my word, man should bite his knee. I was saying I feel like we weren't the most intelligent of kids. Like we did some very stupid shit.
My kids were learning.
That's crazy. I tried to give us credit where credit was due. I said in our own way. This man said no, we're all dumb fuck.
Yeah. The kids were learning.
True.
You call it? Hold on.
Actually, hold on, no, Joe, that's not true. If we were learning, it would be better. We weren't. We weren't learning shit. Yeah, we were not interested in learning a damn thing. Bro, me, I will never forget the day I realized I was gonna get dropped from French. I didn't even realize it was gonna happen, but I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna survive in this subject. When I sat down in the paper and I realized all the questions were in French, I said, bro, how am I supposed to know that? I remember us practicing like phrases and shit, not even like words. We never compiled a sentence. Yeah, bro, same. You know what I did do? Bro, yeah, legit, bro. I did the same thing. The only thing I did in the exam was the crossword. Because I like crossword. Bro, yep. It was just a whole bunch of words I couldn't understand. Yeah, nope. The most I could say is Je m'appelle and comment tu t'appelles. Yeah, like the most basic and generic thing. It was, and I thought I wouldn't say I wanted to at the time, but I would have valued having learned the language properly, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Not at all, bro. Like you said, you was thinking about gaming. I was thinking about probably watching anime or chilling with Mandem, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And then up until that point, there has been no indication of that being a skill that would be usable. Yeah. I think it's one of the most common languages. I have no idea. No idea. I'll be honest.
Watching my pen.
Yeah. But you know, one thing I do feel like, so you've seen Arrive Way, yeah, you have. You were the one that recommended it to everyone. So you notice what happened once she began to comprehend the language, right? Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, like, you see pretty much what that movie was trying to teach us about language and perception and all that, right? Like, from watching that made me really think, yo, you know what? Learning another language is fire because it probably would change your perspective in a lot of ways. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's not the way forward. That's not the way forward.
Oh, that was so weird.
Mad. You know what?
Someone just
Yeah. Huh.
I was saying something in French, and someone in chat said, "I want to hear your lovely French voice."
What the fuck?
It was in a public chat, but the timing was very scary.
No, Joe, if you said something in French and that was the response, they're saying that to you, my friend.
No,
I said no.
they can't hear me.
I mean, you put something in French, Joe. You don't need to hear
No,
me,
I
you
didn't.
just
I didn't
noticed.
write anything in chat.
Oh, I thought you said you wrote.
No,
Joe,
I said I
Joe,
said.
get off the phone. Joe, get off the phone. Joe, hang up.
No, I said I said something in French when you were saying in chat. Someone just said.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I didn't listen. I heard you.
You need to listen more, man.
I do. Twice as many what? Yeah, of course, because England wants to fast up themselves and invade all kinds of countries. And then force their history on them. Do you know, you can't leave. All the propaganda and, come on, they would never. Yeah, like, and that's what annoys me is, I don't know, that's when I start to get into that bag of what people would consider conspiracy, because it's like, it doesn't make sense for you to limit somebody's growth potential that much unless you're trying to keep them down or keep them in a certain position. That's the only way that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's a complete, like, I was even saying to these guys, try and think of a letter that exists outside of the alphabet. Make a new letter. You wouldn't know where to begin in the designing of it or how to pronounce it, would you? So imagine actually being familiar with a whole separate alphabet system. Bro, that's, yo, come on, man. That's so lit. That's so sick. Yeah! Yeah! Like that one character can represent a whole thing. A whole philosophy. That is... I can't lie. I wonder if that's one of the reasons we tend to praise stupid shit over here. I don't know, it's like, the more I observe entertainment and like the sort of standard, I feel like we're getting dumber. I know we have gotten dumb, but like, I don't know, I feel like there's a sharp decline over the last couple of generations. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, memes definitely had an impact on that stuff. And now I feel like even with memes, a lot of them, they're not as well thought out as they used to be. Very basic and dry. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. And something I've noticed about myself recently is I have a ridiculous sense of humor. Something could be a very bad joke, but if it's ridiculous enough, I will find it hilarious. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, man. Even that is still slightly more complex than some of the simple things I've seen. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, when it only makes sense though, right? Because you got these half adult / teenagers, which is our age group, by the way, making all these TikToks that are going viral for little kids, right? Us at that age, we're still plenty ignorant. But now you got these people going and putting their ideas and philosophies on TikTok, impacting the younger generation, who are even more ignorant than we are. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and you know what's crazy is I've noticed that not just in kids, but also in people our own age. Like, there's some things that Tini will show me, and it's like the epitome of TikTok stuff. Like, it's completely out of pocket, sounds weird as hell, and there's no logic or any kind of science or factual information to back it up. Yeah. No, yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you see, like that. You know, that's actually how I've heard people refer to it. I was watching a podcast, and one girl was saying, "Oh, she's non-binary because when she's around her female friends, she taps into her female energy, and when she's around male friends, she taps into the male energy." Bro, my thing is, if you're a woman, how do you know what it is to be a man? Furthermore, we're now at a point where we're saying you can't define a woman by her genitalia. Okay, cool. So then what's a woman? But none of them can answer what a woman is. And that's what's so confusing to me. You're claiming something that you can't describe. Yeah. Oh, is it? Mad. Yeah, yes. Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Uh, yep. Wait, why is this Yeah, they are. They're terrified. They're terrified because they're scared they're gonna get cancelled. Give me 1 second, Duffel. I'm trying to sort my shit out. Is this? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? There we go. Okay. Um, I've been watching Modern Family. I love this show. I've never seen that show, you know. And God, non-binary shit drives me nuts. Yeah, like the thing is, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind them going by whatever they want to go by. Yeah, I just don't understand it. And from what I have heard of it, it doesn't actually make any sense. And what you were saying there, Lee, I was watching a video as well, and this guy was basically going around. He was asking, "So, what is a woman?" And now a woman is sitting opposite him, and you know what it is, Lee? There's this thing that a lot of your people do, right? Where it's like they have this condescending smile, like this fake niceness. Like, you know what I'm saying, innit? It's like this passive aggressive. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? And I feel like I won't say it's only white people that do it, but I have mainly noticed it in white people. Right. So you see it as well, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. This man hit the nail on the head. Yeah. And like, so she was sort of doing that, and then she was smiling, she was like, yeah. And because the guy was like, well, what is a woman? She was like, yeah. And now, keep in mind, this was a therapist. So this is somebody that evaluates people's minds. She was a gender affirming therapist, so she evaluates their minds, and then pretty much we try and guide them to whatever gender identity they feel suits them, which I feel like is a whole other kind of worms we need to address. But so she sat there, she smiled, she was like, yeah, well, you know, I'm not a woman, so I can't say. I almost threw my phone across the room. That's all that was going through my head. I was thinking, right, okay, so now I see what the problem is. We've got no real issues in the world, so now we're what? No. There you go. No real issues that concern a particular group of people. Yes, because there is 100% real issues. Let's not get that twisted. It's just that in the first world countries, they're not concentrating on them whatsoever. You know how many times I've heard people bring up the issue of like the encampments in like China and shit, and we're talking about how chairs are fat phobic. Are you fucking, bro? As a fat person myself, that makes me want to line up all the fat people that believe that in that sort of thing and just slap the shit out of them. What are you talking about? Yeah, body positivity. No. Yeah. Yep. I heard a man say that chairs are fat phobic, and then there was a girl, right, who started trying to argue that if you work out, you are fat phobic. I said, yeah. All right then. She's like, oh, you are participating in the standardization of a beauty standard. I'm just like, brother, you're saying all these words. Exactly. But do you know why I found it most laughable, Lee? She wasn't fat. She was wearing makeup. You see, isn't it funny? It's like, and also, you know what's crazy? I got called sexist by Jabba the other day. Yeah. I got called sexist. I said to her that, like, this was about the nuclear family thing. I said that, because I tried to say to her, so, do you think it's possible for two women to raise a boy into a man? And she said, yeah, I think that's entirely possible. And I said, I don't think it is, right? And one of the reasons I said that is because I said men typically take a route in life where they develop skills that women don't. So they can now pass those skills on to their sons. That's just one aspect in which your father brings something to the table, right? There's also the male role model, like early association with what a man is, and you know, from watching their dad and things like that. Even from that angle, I couldn't really argue from, because I didn't grow up with a dad. Yeah. Yes, exactly, right? Yep. 100% it is. Exactly, and it's not optimal. Like, as a child that was raised in a single parent home, I would rather my mum be a mother than try to be a mother and a father. You see what I'm saying, right? But I was trying to tell her about all of that. She put, bruh, no, here it is. This is why she called me sexist. She said, oh yeah, well, you're making a lot of assumptions, right? And she likes to throw these words around. She was like, you're making a lot of assumptions when women can do those same things too. And I said to her, yeah, 100% they can. But they don't, they choose not to. There is nothing, in this day and age, there is nothing stopping women from going and doing plumbing, electrician work, carpentry, painting and decorating, mechanics, sewage work, being a bin man, security as well, for instance. There's nothing stopping them, they simply choose not to do it. She said I was sexist for that. 100. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see, and then this is my point, yeah, is I said, I genuinely feel like the only people who can sit there and try to make the argument are one of two types of people. Someone raised in a single mother household that is ignorant to what it's like to be, to have their dad around, or someone who is raised with the privilege of having both parents. That's the only way you can sit there and believe that. And you know what's funny? Is while I was continuing to watch the podcast, the two women on the podcast that had the most to say about it were those, they fit that description to a T. And I knew nothing about them. Yeah, 100%. But I mean, I also did like another little like sort of test of sorts, and I said to her, if you had an option between two guys, right, to date or to marry, so you had to choose to marry one of these two guys, right? One of them aesthetically is perfection to you, like you wouldn't change a thing physically, right? And you find him hella attractive, but he's an actual piece of shit. So he's toxic, emotionally and verbally abusive, cheating, all of that. Or a guy who is average looking at best, but had all the traits of a good father and husband. Which one of these two are you picking, right? She started dancing around the question for time. Lee, if I ask you that same question, what are you picking? Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I find nuts. Because like when I asked Jabba that, she was all hesitating. And then she tried to say she would go for the second, but we'll leave that out because that party tells part of her private business, and I'm streaming at the moment, innit? That's what I'm saying. And then she was like, oh, but you're, and then she tried to make it this thing where, oh, but you didn't say that I was in love with either of you two, so I'm not gonna pick either. That was it. She wouldn't answer, but then she'd say she'd pick neither, right? Now, Lee, if I gave you that same option, what would you pick? You see what I'm saying? Me personally, yeah, exactly, 100%. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, bro, if you told me to choose between the woman that I thought aesthetically was like S tier, but she was a piece of shit, or a woman who I think has average looks at best, but has all the traits of a good mother and good wife, I'm gonna choose the second. You know what I mean? Like, it's a simple question. The fact that she had to dance around the answer was what made me think, yeah, you really don't even know what you want, do you? I think two women can raise a boy, two men can raise a girl, but the child will miss certain aspects that a father and a mother could bring. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. But as long as you have people from the opposite gender around that can help out in certain aspects of a child's life, it should be fine. Yeah, I do agree with that, Duffel. But basically, the conversation is simply like, what is optimal for the child? And I personally, and I'll tell you why. The reason that I believe is that it's best for both a mum or a mother and, a male and a female to be present in the child's life from early, whether it's parental or just like role models, is because you have that balance. You get both of those energies, you get both of those perspectives as those two completely different binary forms of life, right? There's some things, like you said, there's some things that a dad can put into perspective for a son or a daughter that the mother might not be able to. You know what I mean? But like, optimally, you would want both parents there for the child regardless. If it was a case where it was two women, yeah, I'm not saying they couldn't do it. They could, but it's not going to be the same. Like, when it comes to things like I don't know, I feel like when it comes to confrontation like conflict and things like that, you're better off, like as a man, you're better off learning from your dad how to deal with those things. Because we know best how to navigate that. Look, you see what I'm saying? Like, things like that, it's like, that wouldn't happen. And then, you know what else I noticed as well? Is that I was at the park the other day, and I was just minding my business. I wasn't even thinking of it in particular or anything, just minding my business. But I noticed there was one kid and he was misbehaving. And the mum just kept calling after the kid, calling after the kid. The kid was like, yeah, what? Like, in his head, he's thinking, yeah, fuck you, bro. I'm on my team. He's not actually, but you know what I mean? He's just running off me. He don't give a shit, right? But I was just thinking, like, if the dad was there, most likely, all he'd have to do is call the kid's name, the kid will stop. I'm not saying 100% of the time, and this is what I noticed they do, is often when people try and oppose these perspectives, they tend to draw for the extreme, or they choose to use like exceptions to the rule to try and disprove the rule. But it's like, but we're talking in the case of a majority. We're talking about, for a majority of people, this is the case. If the dad opens his mouth, the child will listen. Like, for example, I just said, I wasn't really raised around my dad, but you see the second I started acting up in front of my dad, the man didn't even need to raise his voice. He just looked at me, or he would say my name in a certain tone, and I knew, yep, whatever I'm doing drops. Whatever I'm doing stops right there. Because I know that I'm not challenging that. But when it's your mum and you're a growing lad, you start to take an inch. And if you're not careful, the inch can be a mile, and then that's how you end up with those guys that end up laying hands on their mum. Like, besides all the other issues they probably experience. That's just personally how I feel. I was also raised in an environment where I observed a lot of single mothers raising their kids. So when I hear the statistics about like violent criminals and that and how they've come from single mother homes, I'm like, well, I've seen it. I've also partially lived it. Lee, you remember that story I told you about in the warehouse, right? Where if I stayed 30 seconds longer, none of you man would know me today. I think I told you about that. Like, instances like that. If my dad was around, I probably wouldn't have been out there with that crew at that time. And even everyone that was there, I don't know about all of them, but most of them that I knew of, and that I could say like I've obviously witnessed it, they all came from a single mother home. The people who came from like a household where they had both parents, I think there was only one guy who had both parents at home but was with us, and I think that's because he was having his own issues at home. But for the most part, they weren't on the streets like that. So, you know, I feel like it speaks for itself. I feel like we don't really need to sit there and start conversing about the things that are obvious. Like I said, there's more pressing matters to discuss. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like these conversations that these lot have about political correctness it's a lot of fart. I agree, but in this day and age, gender roles aren't as common as much as I think they should be. You know what? I was having a conversation with someone. I was talking about gender roles and how we've potentially projected them onto society based on like certain findings from previous civilizations, and possibly we've done it in a way that's more, I suppose they would say, toxic today. And in that sense I do agree, but I think having gender norms also allows for people to go about their lives with a sort of a simple goal in mind. I don't know, I just feel like sitting there trying to figure out what you're supposed to do if not following a gender norm is more time consuming, and I just feel like it takes up more time than necessary. Like, if we just keep it to male, female, and, you know, men doing what men are capable of and women doing what women are capable of, it just seems easier that way. Trying to mix and match it and then make it fair for everybody, it's like, to me that's untenable. Because you're not going to have a situation where everybody's happy. It's not going to happen. It's the same way it's the same way not everybody can be rich at the same time. If everybody's rich, nobody's rich. If everybody's equal, no one's equal. Oh, I completely deterred from my point earlier about the mum and dad thing. Duality was pretty much my point there. The duality of it. Yeah, I feel like that's something that's lost in conversation nowadays. It's like you either have to be on the left or you have to be on the right. And if you're in the middle, or if you're someone that notices the nuance in any given topic, you're called a fed sitter or silence is violence, that type of shit. It's like that don't make any sense. We live in the third dimension. Everything here operates on the rule of duality among other rules. So we should also apply it to how we set standards for human life. I feel like that just makes no sense. I don't think any civilization is going to have it 100% right. But no, you genuinely can't. And no one civilization is going to have all the knowledge either. No one country or region is going to have all the knowledge. That's why I also find it disingenuous when like, well, us Westerners talk on these subjects and philosophies. Like a lot of us have a very ignorant perspective on the world as is based off of where we are. Like, most of us won't get to travel to other countries and see what it's like out there, or learn other languages or multiple languages and see how that affects your perception. So, like, I don't know, I just feel like when we hear these people speak, they speak on topics with such definitiveness, as if there's no way that what they're saying could possibly be wrong. It's just like, I don't know. That's what makes me a bit skeptical. I don't think anything is 100% right. Yeah, probably. Probably, you know. Yeah, because it just seems like we keep picking more and more things to be sensitive about. It's like, yeah. And it's like you said earlier, you said that there was a video with people with doctorates who can't even say what they truly think because they're scared of the backlash. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And then you've got, yeah, exactly. You can't speak. And then the thing is, yeah, is what I was saying earlier with the video as well, where the guy was saying like he doesn't know. Yeah, the guy was funny. He was like, well, my mum is a woman, my wife is a woman. Although I haven't asked, maybe I should. I found that funny. But yeah, no, he was asking a doctor about it, and this was a surgeon for people who want like the full 9 yards of the transgender process, right? And he was talking to her, and she was even wow, it slipped my mind. Yeah, that was it. So he was talking to her, and he was talking to her about trans-abled people. Do you know what that is? Yeah. So now that's people who are born with no disability, but who feel as though they should be disabled. And so they will get like a limb or part of a limb removed. Right, okay. And then he asked her, what do you think about people like that? And then she was like, well, to use non-medical terminology, I think they're kooky. And then he sat there and it was like a brief pause, and he was like, you don't see any connection? Yeah, that's the thing. And this is what I'm saying, is like, wait, and this is why I'm so against just ushering in these new ideas and without really thinking about it first, because cool, you might be helping some, but now what are you also opening the door to this? Again, this is why I keep coming back to duality. It's so important. Because while you're opening the door for other people, you're also, for people who intend to be good, you're opening the door for people who intend to be bad. Like I said earlier, yeah, there's parts of history that they don't want to address and they want to keep hidden because it will change everybody's view on a lot of things we thought were the norm for a long time. But along with this whole like this non-binary and this trans movement, what a lot of people haven't realized is somehow it's assimilated with the whole BLM thing, which they've also assimilated or tried to assimilate with like the Black Consciousness movement, which is two separate things, by the way. BLM and the Black Consciousness thing, two separate things. One's about history and spirituality, one is just about police brutality. But they've tried to assimilate them all and put them under the same umbrella. And now with this whole like non-binary and whatever you identify as, you know what they've now started pushing for? Trying to remove gendering remains. Yeah, so now when they discover human remains, they're not going to label them male or female. Now, when I was talking to Jake, he made a couple of decent points that I thought were worth considering, but I don't think it's a reason to get rid of it entirely, but I think it's worth considering. But my main issue was not with them not gendering the bones, but now it's opened up the door to now people saying, oh, well, if we're not going to gender them, what's the point of labeling them with an ethnicity? Now, for me, that's where I have a problem, because like I said, there's already very large portions of areas of history that aren't being taught because they want to further their own agendas. Yes, I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that's exactly the kind of thing that they would want. I don't think it makes sense. I feel like all data points should be considered if you're going to exhume remains. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, and like now they're actually saying there's actually a group that moved to try and remove identifying ethnicity as well. I'm just like, bro, what? I'm just like, what? And do you know why I find it so disingenuous as well? Is because if you look throughout like the strides made in historic examinations, right? A lot of the time you'll find that Europeans have set a standard for what can be classified as who and what's remained, right? And then someone later on will come and say, well, according to your classification, this is who they are, but it's not who you said they are, right? So you find that they uncover a lot of lies that are told. And then a few years later, they'll come out with something else that disregards that previous classification to usher in a new method of classification. And I feel like that's exactly what this is. They decided to create these parameters around identifying these remains, and now we're abiding by those rules. They're now changing the rules so that we can't make the point we were trying to make. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. At that point, what is the point of us digging up the remains? We can't say because we don't know. Yeah, they'll sit there and say, "Oh well, we don't know what they self-identified as in that civilization." So, oh, what? And hold on, no. Let me give you actually a live example of what I'm talking about. This whole oh shit, Duffel's got a couple of things in chat. Sorry, give me a second, Duffel. Right, this whole classification of, oh, this country is named this, these group of people are this ethnicity. All of that, that's a very modern mindset, right? It's the same example that I was just talking about. Those classifications were thought up to try and create a box for people, right? Partially to identify them, but also so that they can try and disregard things that came before it, right? And now, they're also trying to undo that same box. So what was the point of creating it in the first place? Like, it genuinely doesn't make sense unless they're aiming to try and keep something under the rug. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. Try and tell a super woke person ADHD isn't autism. They will cry and scream, but they can never change my mind on that. I don't think the remains should be dug up anyway, to be honest, but that's my opinion. You know what? In some sense, I agree with you. So I feel like there's, I don't know, I don't particularly like the idea of disturbing dead people. You know what I mean? I feel like they should be left just out of respect. You know what I mean? But again, I'm going to point out to you, the whole thing to do with archaeology and exhuming remains, that's what was brought about by Europeans. Because like if you go back and you look at sort of like civilizations' histories, they had their own ways of life that were completely different to what we would recognize today. And even when it came to like study, in fact, they didn't even really need to do all that digging up because they had kept records within their people depicting what their history was. So they didn't even need to do all that digging up. They knew who was buried where and what was what. The reason we need to do this digging now is because, again, Europeans have come along and decided that we need all these. We need to come to a decision, a consensus on who these people were, so we can help push a narrative. Like these bros. And the reason, I'll tell you, like, one of the reasons why I'm so skeptical with whatever a modern day person tells me about like old civilizations and whether or not it's relevant is because we still don't understand just how intelligent they were. Them man already had things like glue without the use of any kinds of chemical other than just combining plants. And that glue would withstand years. But we need prick sticks and super glue. These men knew how to do it using nature, what's around them. I just feel like that's far more intelligent. You see? Like, and that's another thing, right? That, yeah, like, I'm telling you, Lee, them man are here listening. They're here listening. But with that, even that, yeah. So you mean to tell me Europeans have been telling the story of human history after having stolen things from other places that have a longer human history? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you, like, what they've done is the equivalent of somebody robbing me for my phone, keeping the phone to display it and claim that it belongs to all these kinds of people and whatever, and then now saying, oh, well, we'll give it back to you under these conditions. Because I feel like that's also what independence is. When people celebrate Independence Day, you've been given back what was rightfully yours. I don't personally, my own opinion, I don't feel like that's something to be celebrated. That to me feels like someone robbed me and then sold me back the item they robbed from me. That feels like an insult. Oh shit, let me see what Duffel said. First archaeologist from the Middle East. I don't know, but you see, even that designation, like this one, so when I'm talking about this, when I'm talking about history, God, see, it's hard to explain. Okay, so there's two forms of history that I usually told, right? You've got the modern history that we're aware of, so it dates back to, like, I think at most they'll tell you when did they tell you human civilization started? It was like 6,000 BC. I think is like the recent date. Prior to that, they would tell you it was maybe 5,000 or 4,000, something along them lines, right? Ralph, it goes back so much further, over hundreds of thousands of years, I'm talking, right? When I'm talking about that history, there's a lot that's gone on in there. So when you're talking about like archaeologists from the Middle East, bro, you need to remember the Middle East was a term that was coined in 1901. It was never called that before. So when we're talking Middle East, we're talking what it's been designated and what the countries have been designated after that. We don't know what those countries actually were in terms of name. So in a sense, you could also argue you don't really know what people were. And with the whole Middle Eastern thing, Like you'll find that there was a lot of effort to remove black people from those areas early on. Early on. And it's not just the case there either, it's pretty much all over the globe. But yeah, and that's a whole other thing. And YouTube doesn't like people talking about that. Iraq, Middle East, Babylon, yeah. And like even that, like it was called something prior to that. Also, you've got to consider the conversion from whatever language it was in to the language it's in now, which is predominantly English. The English language has a lot of words that are missing or not used as frequently as certain words in other languages as well. So that's something else to consider. I feel like language, history and all that, it's all well actually 100% is part of the same topic because culture is in a language. So if you have a culture that's died off, the language is no longer here. Which means you can't fully grasp what it is they're trying to tell you. It's like trying to understand a Chinese character, but nobody on the earth speaks Chinese anymore. How? How would you do it? Where Chinese people would look at a character and they'd be able to recall like a what are they called again? And they'd be able to recall a what are they called? A proverb. And they'd be able to recall a proverb from a character or a set of characters. We would look at that and be like, yeah, bro, that's just lines. We would probably sit there and say, oh, this is how they counted. And Derek, on you. You've been saying no to Leon Tarkov and now you want to play it. What's going on? It's messed up, Derek. Bro, it's so hot today. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Also, you see, and that's my, like, this is, it gets me so heated, it gets me so heated. It really does. Man said, why would you give it back to Nigeria? They're just, and you know what's crazy? That is exactly, there's a woman called, Chimamanda, I forgot her other name, but, bruv, really intelligent woman, and the way she articulates us, oh my goodness, that woman is, you see when you get all these girls talking about, oh, I'm a queen, and no, she's a genuine queen. She even carries herself as one. Like, I love listening to her talk. But, like, she was saying how that was a point that's often made, yeah? But then, do you know how she countered that? How is it any of your business what I do with my possessions? Mad, isn't it? So simple, such a simple rebuttal. And the thing is, none of those people who are writing those comments have ever been to Africa. They most likely don't know anybody from Africa. The only thing they've seen from Africa is all those videos where they portray them as broken and living in downtrodden areas and shit. Bill Smith. Jesus Christ. Jesus. And you see, this is what I find funny is, oh man, fuck. It's crazy. Because like I said, when you look at the other side of history, bro, these people they're talking about, oh, go back to your own country and da-da-da. These men have been on the earth longer than you. Your DNA comes from these people. That's not according to any kind of conspiracy or anything. It's just down to the blood. I said, okay, well then by that logic, why are you going into Iraq and doing what you're doing? That's what it's like, bro. It's ridiculous. Man, if it's finders keepers, then why are you raiding Iraq and all these places supposedly for oil? Finders keepers, no, buy it from them. Bro, the excuses that these people make to engage, like this, that's what I'm talking about right there. You take that mindset, that entitled and lacking self-awareness mindset, and you just project that at large, and that is what most of these people sitting there having these arguments about gender norms and all of that. It's the same thing, man. Same thing. And that's how you can see someone so ignorant. Yeah, they don't care. Those types of people are not in pursuit of truth, or they're not they don't. Fred, I would never want to be. I would never want to be. Never. Well, like, I just find that funny. Is even if they were to do that, like, because when they say that, really what they're saying is, you're not intelligent enough to look after your own stuff, so we'll look after it for you. Now, how condescending is that? As if the entire country is just in a position of strife and the people don't know how to handle themselves. Ridiculous. They genuinely do. They do. They do. And you know why it's so backward? Is the resources needed for all the things. In fact, the entire reason that they can sit there on their phone and vomit such a nonsensical thing is because of the minerals that come from that same place. It's so wild to me. It's so wild to me, man. And, oh, my phone died. Like, and that's, you know what, I don't feel like, no, it is partially the people's fault, but for the most part, they've just been educated that way. And that's why, like, listen, I don't know, you see when I'm talking about history and all that, I don't know everything. There are a lot of gaps in my knowledge, right? But I'm just speaking on what I've read and what I've seen from lectures and things like that, right? But even just from what they've said, like, I don't know, I don't see how anything else makes sense at this present moment in time. I'll be honest, I don't see anything else making as much sense. Because when they talk about like things like brainwashing, for instance, that's the only way you can have someone sit there and put a comment like that. Is if you've specifically steered this person's mind towards this one ideology. Anybody that thinks for themselves isn't going to immediately assume, oh, that whole country's just broke. Like, you must be subject to some form of propaganda. Oh, 100, these are people that... 100%. These are people that wake up and start watching the... What is that Piers Morgan show? They're just watching shit like, whatever, Good Morning Britain and flipping... What is it, Strictly Come Dancing and I'm a Celebrity. Like, it's those kinds of people that sit there and drop them comments. People that are so far removed from real life. Even that, the idea of real life. Yeah. But then again, there was a publication in 1850 that spoke about creating the ideal slave, and I'll be real, the steps, them man have employed those steps to the T. To the T. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like really, and the thing is, yeah, all you need to do is compare certain things that have been taught onto people from like over the ages. My mum told me, growing up, they were told Ribena was good for you. You see? Yeah, you see, and they know damn well it's not. They know that, but they're still saying it is. Like, doesn't that ring alarm bells? And then there was the what was it? Right, the whole save your money, make sure you save your money, right? Oh, make a savings account, put it in a piggy bank. That's been an idea for a long time, right? We all know inflation is not something of just the modern day, like, it happens, right? So why are you encouraging people to save money if you know that the currency is only going to inflate over time? But that, see, that's exactly my point, though, Lee. Is when they're telling you about saving, put your money in the bank. It's not because you save money. It's because it allows them. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? And now that's why you get, like, for instance, Robert Kiyosaki that will say saving is what poor people do, pretty much, because money is a depreciating asset. Right? You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't help your position at all. What you should be doing is spending that money so that you can make more money. Spending that money on things that will bring back money, or something that has like an appreciating value, something that's going to go up in 10 years. I think it depends on the side of history people want to remember and learn. There's so much people think is true and it's not. I remember a history class done by a Sudanese teacher, and it was the history of slavery. And it was interesting. It was an interesting class. He held no punches. Wait, is there more to that message? I can't. It says B at the end. I don't know if there's more to it. I can't check on my phone. One of the best classes I had about that topic. Yeah, like, see, and while I don't mind that, my problem is it seems like whenever we talk about everybody else's history, everybody's willing to listen. They're open-eared and they find it fascinating. But when it's time to talk about black people's history, which by the way is the longest history on the planet, it's like it only starts with slavery and then it ends at civil war. Nothing prior to it is spoken about. Nothing is addressed. Nothing of importance prior to slavery is addressed. It's just those two topics. And also, when you do try to get into it any deeper than that, suddenly it's, oh, but that was so long ago and da-da-da. Let me tell you something. While duality is also a law of this universe, we also know that things operate in a cycle. So it doesn't matter how long ago it was, certain behaviors will continue to transpire throughout time, certain things will come back again, because life is a cycle, is it not? Which means it's cyclical, it goes round, it will come back again. So the idea that it's too long ago for it to be relevant is nonsensical to me, because without what they did back then, we wouldn't have what we have today. So you can't sit there and try and praise what we have today without giving praise to them back then. It doesn't make sense. It's like saying you're thankful to be alive, but fuck your granddad. That don't make sense. Without your granddad, you're not here. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I find it weird. It's like we're gonna talk about, and then in the same breath, people will sit there and start trying to chat to me about bloody dinosaurs. Are you taking the piss? Not one dinosaur we have an image of today is actually how they would have supposedly looked. I'll be real, I don't even think dinosaurs actually existed. I think there were creatures of a certain size back then. I don't think it's dinosaurs. Yeah, the Jurassic Park is something made to try and man said this footage from back in the day. Jurassic Park, I feel like, is one of the forms of entertainment they use to solidify something that they've taught. Often, like, for example, movies like Reach and Django and all those kinds of movies. So we can sit here and pretend like people are living in reality all we want, but the fact is, a lot of people are susceptible to what they see in entertainment. That just is what it is. Humans are a gullible species. But also didn't hide your trans-abled, but also didn't hide the atrocities from. You see now, let me also, yeah, that's another thing that I despise, is when people do talk about this side of human history, because really and truly it concerns all of us. It's not just black people, it concerns all people on the planet. But when they're talking about that history, they tend to glorify it. That's not what I'm about. I just want to know the honest truth. What happened? Why it went down like that? That's what I want to know. So if I do find out anything as far as like atrocities committed, I'm not in the in that kind of circle where I'm trying to hide it or try and paint one side is better than the other. No, it's not about it. The way I see it is, regardless of your skin color, your sex, whatever, I don't care what religion or creed you follow, if you're a human, you have the potential to be a piece of shit. Simple as that. Yeah, and it's not like it's particular to the color or region or no, but it's just people have the capacity to be pieces of shit. Even the ones who sit there and claim that they want to do good, they can still do evil. Like, take Joe for instance. It's a more minute example, but Joe is someone who likes to help people. Joe, even though Joe's heart is in the right place, typically his help isn't helpful, right? His intentions weren't bad, but the outcome wasn't quite what he was aiming for. Again, I'd say that's duality right there. Yeah, I've been talking bare for like the last, I don't know how long. Alright, I'm streaming, so I should probably talk, but like, I want to shut up now. Humans are sheep from two herds, and that's all. Ones that believe and follow, and ones that don't think and think they're being original. Yep, pretty much. You know what else I realized? Is there's also a fine line in between. That's where I'm trying to get to, where it's like I don't specifically lean left or right, or not immediately. I sit and think about it for myself first, and then see what makes more sense, or which one is more honest, and then maybe I'll pick a side. Nothing or nobody is original. Yep, I agree. Yeah, everything done under the sun has been done before. That's why with like a lot of the games nowadays are trash, because they're just copying something that was already done, and we're bored of it. Like, how often do you see like one type of game come out and then all of a sudden there's 3 other games of that exact same type? Now I remember, what was that first melee battle royale that came out? Naraka Blade Pro, and then there was like another one alongside it that came out, and then there was a third that came out recently, and then you had like Fortnite, Apex, and Hyperscape, for instance. Like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, H1 was the original, but like I'm talking like when the new gen started, you had like Fortnite, then it was Apex, then it was Warzone, then it was Hyperscape, like, and each one, what's funny is, with each of those, in order, the quality declined. Each one was worse than the previous one. Yeah, but nothing is unique. I agree, and I'm the same, and I don't pick a side. But we are one of many. Yeah, exactly. We are one of many. And I don't know. I feel like it's partly because we've got this new age now where people, they want to prove that they're different and things like that. Like, honestly, it's just, I don't know. It just seems like a monumental waste of time. Just do what you're doing. As long as what you're doing doesn't harm other people, I don't give a shit. Live your life and do what you want. I keep looking at this thing because I keep forgetting what it's supposed to do. Extra quest 1, 2. I gotta do that. Oh wow, 25 times. I'm trying to rinse out my tickets. So extra thing is 24 more times. Go for these, I've got to do 25 times. Minecraft, Hunter Games, PUBG, H1, Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, Darwin's Project, Realm Royale, yes, I forgot about that one. All battle royales that I can remember off the top of my head. Spellbreak, yeah, exactly. And I've tried, I think 90% of those games you just mentioned. I'll be real, Darwin's Project, that seemed like they had something there, but it just wasn't properly thought out. Hyperscape was just dog shit. There was no hope. There was no saving that. That was just a trash project that shouldn't have seen a light of day. You might as well have just put the funding into something else. If it was made by an aspiring game developer that genuinely put his heart and soul into it, then I apologize for saying it so ruthlessly, but I mean, it is true. I'm saying that like they're going to do this to help. But yeah, that Hyperscape was goofy. It was Ubisoft dog shit, lazy ass, piece of shit game that should never have seen the light of day. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. That was it. Ubisoft can go stuck on the chose. How about that? Because that was, you lot got so many problems in the Division 2 and you're worried about Hyperscape. You lot want to slap. Yeah, good. Ubisoft have been releasing some fuck in recent years, man. Like, genuine meat. I don't know what's going on in Ubisoft, man. It's horrible. Assassin's Creed Iron Man. Assassin's Creed, no one has ever put the two together. Yeah, like, come on, man, what are we doing? In Assassin's Creed, you lot can barely make a good Assassin's Creed game, and you're worried about partnering up with Iron Man and, bro, I don't know, man. Like, it just feels like it's all just to make money. And I wouldn't mind if what we were spending money on was good, but it's trash. Like, I'm not gonna go and spend £1,000 on an iPhone 2. Yeah, great. I don't know, but yeah, Ubisoft, they need to let go of Assassin's Creed. I think that one's I think it's time to lay that to rest. Like, it died after Unity, but now it's just like they're just kicking the carcass along. It's hard to watch. What, so even all the other Ubisoft games are juicy? Oh damn. Oh damn. Yeah, you know what, that's another thing that annoys me. I feel like part of the reason games have gone to shit is because they're so focused on trying to appease a certain crowd. Bro, just make the game. Like, I don't care if the main character, well, actually no, I would argue that it kind of takes away from the story because that seems to be a focal point. Let's say, I don't care if the main character is male or female, as long as the game is good. Well, what I've noticed is they tend to put female characters at the head of trash games, and now you've got people like Lyric and Joe who seem to think that anything with women involved is going to be shit. Like, and it's not even just games they've done it in, it's programs as well. Like, Supergirl started off decent, then it just became, let's appease the Twitter crowd. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so I hope it's not another one of them, but who knows. The Street Fighter 5 was a terrible movie. I'm trying to feel like, what? See, and again, like, bro, the Koreans, man, I'm telling you, they man had it in spades, because I've seen multiple K-dramas where the main character is a woman, and the K-drama was fire. So I know it's not an issue with women. I know there's some sets of people out there that say, oh, get the women out the show, you know, all of that. But like, that's not the issue. It's whoever's writing the scripts and designing the characters, but they're doing a bad job. Bad job. Designated survivor. I think it's also the fact that it's not subtle. It's very in your face, like. Yeah. Like, no! It's like I get the like, and the thing is, I get the same thing when I see like when I'm watching a program or a movie, and then there's a black person in there, and they bore no relevance to the lineup other than the diversity hire, and you can just tell. Like I hate that as well. Those projects are terrible. They're trash. Yeah, Eternals, for fuck's sake. Them man lined up an ethnic Power Ranger cast. That's what that was. Bro, literally, them man said, so, like, what's the typecasting for this movie? Who have you got in mind? Them man said, yes. Yeah, he was like, oh. And the thing is, the premise of Eternals was actually fire. It was fire. And I like the whole CGI thing of the Celestial waking up and destroying. That looked fucking amazing. That looked amazing. That, oh man, that was so good. Yeah, that was so good. That was literally the only reason I liked that movie. Huh? Yeah. That was just watching it rise and the way it looked. It was like a small dust cloud to the Celestial, but you know, to us, that alone was wiping us out. That was, I don't know. Even in that, the whole representation of duality, the destruction in order to create. I was just like, wow, look at that. Poetic. Doesn't mean that I go seeking destruction. Let that be the whole thing. Yeah, that's another thing I've realized about the day and age, right? Like, if you say something, you have to clarify that you don't mean something else. Because immediately, like, if I say, oh, like, for instance, just then, I was like, oh, you know, I like that scene where he's destroying the earth and are you saying you want to destroy all humans? Right, huh? Yeah, bro. I'm just saying, I've noticed it in a particular type of human. Bro. A compliment is a compliment. That's like if somebody walks up to me and says, oh, you're really tall, and I'm like, oh, I'm not this height for you. Huh? Relax. Jesus Christ. Yeah, wow. Unnecessary. Yeah, and then you get the side of things where now men are like, well, okay, seeing as that's a problem, women are now saying it's a problem to be complimented by a man because you didn't do it for the man's compliment. So then, how about when they're trying to court a woman? You know what's crazy? You know, I heard in Japan, on average, men are virgins until like 39. Yeah. That is mad. And we're gonna enter that same age because of this whole modern feminism and whatever else. Because like even hearing the stuff, I'm just like I'm not in the dating market, and I don't think I will be anytime soon. But even if I was to be, hearing all this, I'd just be like, well, you know, what's right and what's wrong now? Because apparently we can't decide that. We're you know, men are too incompetent. I don't know, you know, there is a side of yeah. The problem isn't libido. Libido, however you pronounce that. Libido, I think. Yeah. There's some people that have a few theories on it, but I think there are just too. I don't know. I feel like you need there's more data to corroborate that. Like he's quite out there. Yeah, them men haven't been they haven't been the same after World War II. Yeah, I feel like we're slowly closing in on that age for us over here as well. So like, no, you're definitely not. There isn't a rush. Well, not for men anyway. But like, and see, like even saying that, oh, you're sexy. Okay, all right, well, yeah. Yeah, and isn't it a scientific fact that the older they get, the less of a chance they have to actually conceive? Yeah, so, okay. Right. You know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. But you know, you point that out and you're set. It's just confusing at this point. Like, what's the point in engaging in a conversation where you're always painting the villain? Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Oh, bro, people are so easily butthurt over the weirdest things. You know what I mean? It's like, why do you take that offense from me? Some people don't want it. It's their choice. That's why I hate social media, man. No, of course not. A lot of these people wouldn't say the shit that they say online in real life. They're keyboard warriors. Yeah. Yeah, that was... Joe wasn't here for that, was he? Joe? Wait, didn't he join back? Oh no, it's just us three. Never mind. Oh. I think he was in the He's probably going to do something. Or he like that, or I don't know. He'll be back. But yeah. Yeah, when he's here, I want you to tell him that because I want to see his reaction. Oh wait, you did screenshot it? Yeah, no, I probably look dodgy if you screenshot it, someone saw that. Yeah. So find his keepers if you go into somebody else's property and take something. So if I invade his home, exactly. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't even. I don't think there is one. I feel like that only really became a thing because they started. Oh. You know what? That's a good question. And no, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of nuts how you put it like that. You know, I'll be honest, it's probably just a standard they set to appease whatever narrative they have in mind. There's no actual gate where it's acceptable. I feel like it isn't. Disturbing remains. Right. Yeah, what they consider to be acceptable, yeah. Yeah. On top of that, I'd question where they're choosing to dig as well. Yeah. What? I don't know why I keep looking through that as if I'm waiting for something. I'm just doing this to get to 2 million points. Oh wait, is this one of them events where I have to get to 6 mil or something stupid like that? Because if so... Yeah, you know that's another thing that really jars me? When you're looking for a simple answer and someone's just put paragraph and paragraph of information. Yeah, it's like, brother, you know what I mean? Like, bro, come on. Advisors attack? What's this is that? Yeah, it is 100% subjective. Couldn't be anything else. Right. Exactly. That is exactly what happened. The thing is, yeah, if they were... I was going to say, if you were honest about the fact that it's subjective, then okay, cool. You know, I know to take it with a pinch of salt. But then I remember it's the money thing and all that as well, and there's other things behind it, outside of money and all of that stuff. It's just, yeah, it's only 9 tickets. Yep, you might be dug back up. Honestly, with the path they started us on, until certain things are rectified, I say we keep doing it, because otherwise they're just going to sit there and tell porcupines about what's what to do too. As well as where they found what they found. Yeah. You know what though, you see with the pyramids, probably, you see even with the pyramids, I don't know, but I know everybody believes that their sole purpose is a resting place. I don't think so. Because there's pyramids all over the globe. I doubt they would have built tombs of that magnitude just to bury someone in there. It doesn't make sense to me. I've heard people say that they were using energy sources. And they... Bro, within 1,000th of an inch of mathematical perfection. So you built this big rascal structure with the precision of a jeweler or a watchmaker. Are you taking it and you're going to sit there and tell me you did it to bury someone? Then after I get pissed off. And supposedly slaves dragging these fucking tons worth of bricks across sand. Like, no, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I do not believe that at all. Bro, you know, 2.5, what is it? 2.5 million stones they used to build the pyramids, each one weighing at least 2.3 tons. And you're gonna sit there and tell me you had slaves? Like, it's what you see what I'm saying? Like, you just apply a tiny bit of logic, and it's like, no. Yeah, like, how are you gonna cut down rocks like that? And that's one of the hardest materials on earth, granite. And you're telling me they carved it like that? And then limestone, yeah. And then gold on the right. Gold, which also happens to be a very good conductor. And you say, oh no, it's buried in me. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. One insult to human beings' intelligence. Oh yeah, yeah. For entertainment, it did wonders. But for truth, yeah, definitely. Yeah, and once again, that's again the duality of it. You can get a positive outcome from something negative, like comedy as well. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. And there were questionable circumstances. I mean, what's done is done, isn't it? Like, that's what. Yeah. Now I would say, because it's already been done, don't let the atrocities. Yeah, I'd say, isn't it worse to have discovered that and then no longer use it? Isn't that like they all died in vain? Because now you've sacrificed all these people to progress in a certain field, and then you're not even going to use the progress you've made. Like, so then you just killed them for no reason. So yeah, I'd say use it. Well, and like I said, duality. Any way you want to spin it, it can be positive or negative. So now it just comes down to you. What do you find easier to deal with? Use it, yeah. But I would also say that whoever does use it should be fully educated on how they went about achieving that. I feel like it's okay if you're using it for good, but you should also be honest about its origin. Yeah. Oh shit. What, Iron Mountain? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, best one at the moment, Apex to me, but one I enjoyed the most with mates was Fortnite, but Apex has been dipping for a while, as you already know. I like Darwin Project, but it died. I couldn't see the rest of the message there, Duffel. You said it died. But yeah, Apex was definitely, and Lee, you could agree with that as well, innit? Apex was the best battle royale for us. Like, just overall, I feel like, but for having fun with friends, it was probably Fortnite or Warzone. So I agree, yeah. I'd agree with that, Duffel. Yeah, definitely. Skill-wise and gameplay, diversity. Yeah. It's like you sort of knew what you were getting whenever you queued. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely starting, like, a while back actually now. I think after playing Apex, it really made me understand the value of a game that you can play and get good at versus a game you can play with all your friends and fucking good, just have fun. Now I can't even, I don't want to say I don't want to be good at a game, because it might be a game that I genuinely want to be good at, because I like the game, but I don't want to be that so selective, man. You can't enjoy the game after. Yeah, no, I'd rather just be bad at the game and have fun with friends. If it's a game I'm playing by myself, then yeah, I'll try. Yeah. It's like, you have to look at yourself like you're a bit of a piece of shit. Yeah, like, ego check. And the thing is, yeah. Bro, I did the same thing when it was time for ranked on Overwatch. I'll play with everyone on Overwatch in quick play, but when it came to ranked, people were getting cropped. Because I was like, my mindset was simply on efficiency. Who is the best at what? But yeah, no, yeah, I don't want to go down that route again, man. That wasn't fun. It wasn't a fun time. Probably, because you were pretty like, yeah, you got up to masters, so you're now at that echelon where you can say I'm a good player. Oh, well, there you go. Now you are a very good player. Oh. That's fine, but you definitely have the skill level of someone that's worthy of a red badge. I mean, you need like an hour or two to really warm up, but no, I mean an hour or two in the firing range. Just to get the recoil pattern and everything down again to a T. Oh yeah. Nice. Wait, what were we talking about before I went back to the battle royale thing? Because I remember you said something. I can't remember that. Oh yeah. What kind of advantage? Say that's what it came from. Oh, you see, because again, like we were just saying earlier, nothing is original. So that means whatever they. Yeah, them man got in touch with one of the ancients. Yeah, and that's not something that you would just think. Them man, yeah, the Germans had a lot of help. They must have, I don't know, gotten their hands on some type of old school technology. Because again, how are you carving pyramids like that? Dude? How? You'd need something akin to laser treatment. Also, deep this as well. A lot of those structures, those stone structures, there's no adhesive. There's no glue. There's nothing to like hold it together. Perfectly made and balanced so that it holds itself together. We cannot do that. And we're going to sit there and act like we're smarter than they were. That's beyond me. We have to build houses with cement. Yeah. That sounds like the lyrics for a song that I wouldn't have on any playlist. Yeah, that's interesting. Honestly, who knows, bruv? They probably did come across something and just didn't share it. Wait, say that again? Oh, I wonder. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the original idea, it had to come from somewhere. Also, you know what I find funny? It was a common idea that it was aliens that built pyramids for a while. You remember that? That was a thing, not just in today's age, but like in previous times, previous generations. That was what was thought. And like just sort of on the history point I was making earlier, don't you find it funny how because it wasn't created by European people, they assumed, oh well, it must be aliens then. But there is a lineage of people who've literally started the dawn of man, and you don't consider them. Anyway, enough about all that. Nope. Because you know what they tried to do? They tried to say that, and that's also why they call it sub-Saharan Africa as well. When you think of the word sub, right? Sub means below, right? But it can mean below and beneath, but also there's a connotation to it. It's not just, they're not saying that, oh, on the map it's below the Sahara Desert. They're saying sub-Saharan Africa because what they're really trying to say is it's a lower form of Africa. Everything above the Sahara, they considered to be part of the Middle East, or they tried to at one point. Apparently, they even made efforts to try and dig in between there to separate the two. Yeah, like years and years back when they first started off with the whole racism shit. But like all those efforts were made, and then that's when they started to coin certain things like the Middle East and North Africa and South Africa. You know what I mean? Because no one says North South America and South America. Yeah, it was the idea that Egypt wasn't a part of Africa. It must have been European, pretty much. Yep. No way. Everybody else is just far too primitive. And you know what, even that, I would now argue that they weren't even primitive, they were just resourceful. Because what we consider ourselves not to be primitive. But what have it actually made us capable of doing outside of technology? Absolutely fuck all. If electricity was, for some reason, if it was like a worldwide blackout, we're done. Done. The most useless generation of humans in terms of practicality. Yeah, I mean, man are doing, oh, TikTok channel, oh wait, you can't get on TikTok, no internet. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a tsunami coming, I identified with this, good luck to you. Interesting. I want to know why they believe you're racist. Because, like, I'm just saying, like, it's definitely true, but like, I want to know why they believe it. Oh. So it's literally Jabba. So I don't know what it is with women, man. Like, you say something and they take it and spin it somewhere else. Yeah, like, I even said that to Jabba. I was like, you need to be careful when you're going around throwing these labels about. So I even said to her as well, I mean, it was a little condescending on my part, but I also meant it honestly because she also had this thing before where she was trying to argue with me about the definition of the word ignorant. And she tried to say that I didn't know what it meant because I called her ignorant, even though she was entirely bereft of knowledge on the subject. And so I said to her, I was like, maybe you need to double check on the definition. I don't think you know what the word means. And like, even just saying that, immediately I know where they would go with, oh, the mansplaining. And you know what I've noticed? That whole mansplaining thing, do you know where that stems from? Us having to slow down or dumb down what we're saying because they've taken what we originally said out of context. That's when the mansplaining comes about, because they're not listening. I remember one time I was stood outside and I was smoking, and this guy was walking with his girl, and they were having like a bit of an argument, and he just, like, there was one point where he was just saying, bro, you're not listening to me, you don't listen. I was just like, yo, I feel you, brother. Are you saying is what really gets me. So are you saying doing all those spiritual pressure attacks, and all I had to do was tap X. Oh shit. You see, look, I'd be the world's worst streamer. China has pyramids apparently, and they covered it with grass and stuff to hide stuff. There are people that think life is a simulation. Wait, okay, that last part confused me about the simulation, and yeah, I do. You know what? The thing is, right? If we have the ability to create a simulation, one in which the characters can go around and have their own consciousness, at that point, I think we really should start questioning whether or not we live in reality. Because if we could create that, something created us at the end of the day. Whether people want to admit that or not. But yeah, no, about the China covering the pyramids thing, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. There was a pyramid that was recently rediscovered in Mexico, a couple years back now actually, and that's actually the biggest pyramid, but it's just covered in an Amazon forest. So you need to think, how long has that been there for an Amazon forest to grow over it? Yeah, but like, think about that. How long has it been there for it to have all this nature growing on top of it? Yeah, pretty much like looking at that old picture that they had in Aloysius of like 1800s artwork compared to now. But actually, no, it would be very different. Machu Picchu, that one sounds familiar. Is that the one with part of it missing at the top, or is that actually the one I'm talking about? I don't even know. They mentioned that. See, now I know what that word is, Teo, but because I've heard it mentioned, but I've forgotten how to pronounce it. Teotihuacan? I don't know. Pyramids from above it looks like a motherboard. Mad. Man said one of the pyramids, when observed from above, looks like a motherboard. Now, isn't that interesting? Listen, we're at the farmer board. We're probably the disposable part of a PC. So like the box it came in. I've still got mine, you know. I've still got the keyboard box. I've still got the mic stand box. Everything. All of it needs to be thrown away because it's just. You know why? You know why I kept it? In case I wanted to. In case we ever moved, or when I finally move out, I can actually put my stuff or the PC in there. But really and truly, the box is bigger than the PC itself. Yeah, it would keep it safe because of the styrofoam, but Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep the box. I'm gonna keep the box. Should I summon? Wait, what was I in the middle of doing? Create. You know what? I still need to. Yeah. Well, I'll try replacing the battery. If that doesn't work, I'll try the CPU. If that doesn't work, then I'll just get a new motherboard. Bro, I just can't believe it's been nearly 3 years. I said I was gonna be back soon. Yup. I just said to my mate, what came first though, a period or a period? What? A pyramid or a motherboard? But my theory got shut down. What did he say? What did he say to rebuttal that? Oh my word. Oh my word. You're gonna be toxic to each other over yawning. What is happening? Maybe the feminists are right, bro. Toxic masculinity. Oh my goodness. I mean, nah, well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Derek is a little bit of a little harass bitch. Yeah, he is not. You don't know how to feel hurt. I said you reject it as soon as he finishes speaking. And I said, if you don't question shit while looking into things, you're an idiot that will believe everything they read. True. Very true. Honestly, he may not appreciate it now, but later on he probably will. I think it's good to have people that challenge you on your ideas. Otherwise, like you said, you just become a sheep to one of the herds. Yeah, Lee. How can you order something? How can you order food and only the drink comes? What is that? What's that about? Mad. But like the way I was trying to think of it, yeah, was as a delivery man, you must be slightly aware of how it works, right? So you know you can't just order a drink. There's a minimum order, right? You know this. How do you get to the destination? How? What, a drink? Yeah. Okay, so my theory got shut down. Yeah, I feel like still though, pulling up to the door with just a drink in your hand. That doesn't seem odd to you. You know what I mean? So I was even questioning, maybe my man just took the food and said, yeah, fuck you, have the drink. Yeah. How do you see? How do you see LEE and say left? Left! Yo, it sounds like someone went to write let and then just rubbed out the teeth. What's a left? Yep. Wait, I agree with you, but he hasn't spoken to me much after I made his girlfriend cry. In my defense, she's annoying and I'm kind of an ass. I mean, shit. That was a bit of a sticky one, because even if he doesn't, even if he agrees that what you did wasn't like that serious, he's gonna have to take her side, because that's his girlfriend. Oh, that's a rough one. Duffel, if you don't mind my asking, how exactly did you go about making her cry? Because I feel like there's a build up to that. And this man just said, yeah, fuck the fee. God damn. No, but get this. Okay, yeah, see, now that's how I know she said some shit that was out of pocket. Anyhow. He kind of does remind me of She-Hulk. The long hair, the long hair, the long hair, Wait, so if life was a simulation, that would mean all your experiences are simulated. Lee, that means our friendships are simulated. That's crazy. Man said it's a lie, not a simulation. Wow. How many of these flipping things do I need to blows and skirt? Come on, man. I mean, I was trying to get my phone to turn on. I don't even think I'm going to be able to read the whole comment because of the... I don't know why there's a limit to how much I can see on the PlayStation. This flipping thing's going to piss me off. Let me see if it changes on here. Give me a second, Duffel. Oh, there we go. Okay. So she's a Norse pagan and she's 100% English. My mate's like... Oh, and my mate's like, she follows your ancestors' religion. Can you teach her stuff? Okay, yeah, you see, now that's a touchy subject. Yeah, at the moment, I don't see anything inherently wrong, but let's see the rest of the story. I know there's more to it. Yeah, man, contact in a level 5 rig, yeah, that's crazy. Right. Okay. Oh, wait. And she called herself a Viking, and I said she's not a Viking, I'm not going to teach her shit. No way did she try to call herself a Viking. What are you Bruv. Oh, okay, yeah. Nah, okay, nah. Then after him getting defensive, I'm like, dude, Vikings were not good people. I don't know why people love them so much. And she's like, they weren't all bad. I'm like, listen, idiot. Yo, Duffel don't play about. Yeah, honestly, so far it seems like that was one of those situations where they tried to glorify certain parts of history without knowing the entirety of that history. Also, why are the comments not updating properly on? Oh, you flipping moron, Brandon. All right, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Just following something that is popular for no reason at all. If you have a god you love, and if he's Odin, go for it. But don't think you need to be Scandinavian. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a fair point. What? And was that what made her cry, or was there something else? If that's what made her cry, then no, I told him. Oh no, I told him to get this stupid little cunt out of here because she doesn't know what she's doing. God damn. God damn. Okay, I mean, nah, but I get why you're pissed off though. It's like someone encroaching pretty much on your culture and being entirely ignorant to it without having done the proper research. You're just into it because of a trend, basically. I can see why you got pissed. I think that was something for her to cry over, though. Kind of dandelion behavior. Yeah, that's a strange one. And then my mate, the dumb little cunt, shows me this tattoo she talked him into getting. What does it mean? They both didn't. Are you taking the piss? Are you taking? Okay, sorry. Just real quick, Duffel. How old are your friends? I'd rather avoid asking personal information, but I feel like in here I need context. I'm hoping they're not a day older than 20. The meaning isn't even known, it's just assumed. Damn. Oh no, that's too old for that. Come on, guys. Come on, Jake. We gotta do better than that. Yeah, man. You see, and I find it funny because in the majority of relationships, men will do what they can to try and please the woman, and that is an example of that. And then women will sit there and say that they have no power. If men hold all the power in the world, and men can influence, and women can influence men, doesn't that mean that they indirectly hold all the power? Or have I skipped the step? What I said? Oh. Oh god. Yeah, that was yeah. That is definitely Twitch. There's definitely man said poggers. You can immediately tell if someone watches Twitch if they use any of that lingo. Hold on. Wanna know Jake's logic for getting it though? How about I give you an example and you tell me if this would annoy you, okay? Yeah, go on, go for it. Go for it. Oh, yeah, I can already tell this is gonna piss me off. Lee, so imagine that, right? Duffle's just told me an instance where a friend of his is dating a girl, and this girl decides that she is into Norse culture, right? And she wants to follow the religion. So, Duffle being Scandinavian, they go to ask him about some stuff pertaining to that religion, right? And turns out the girl considers herself a Viking because she's into it. And yeah, exactly, legitimately not how that works. But then Duffel explains to her, look, the Vikings were not good people, they're just popular, you know, pretty much. And I don't think she was really going for that. So Duffel was annoyed and told his friend to get the dumb little cunt from away from him. And then, yeah. And then the ridiculous part is he went and got a tattoo, right? He went and got a tattoo that was that said something. I think, what is the language that they speak? I don't even know. What language do you guys speak, Duffel? I don't want to assume, but yeah. So he went to go and get a tattoo in a language he didn't know, right? When Duffel asked him what the meaning of the tattoo is, neither of them know. Yeah. That is crazy. How about I give you an example? No, I'm not Nigerian. I'm Jamaican and Bayesian. Depends on the country they're from. Danish, Swedish, or Norwegian. My grandma was from Denmark. Okay, so it refers to that region then. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's insane. Getting a tattoo that you have no idea. Yeah, no worries. And yeah, as you were saying, give me this example. Okay, and that's what you just requested, yeah? Nice. Oh, wow. Toxic. What? Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that from you, I'll be real. You're pending for a beating. Let's say we are best mates. Yeah. Let's say I use this logic that because we are mates, that makes me Jamaican, and still with this important Jamaican symbol, or something that means a lot to me. and I use it just because you are my friend. That's just okay. Yeah, okay. That makes no sense. So I'm just trying to. Yeah, that's quite the that logic is like Swiss cheese. Full of hope. Like Lee, let me run a scenario by you. Imagine, right? Like just pretend for this scenario that me and you are friends, right? Just pretend, because you know we're not actually friends. Fuck you, right? But like, let's pretend, okay? Imagine because we're friends and I'm Jamaican, or part Jamaican, you start rolling around with like a Rastafarian hat and start speaking patois and all of that, pretty much. Okay. Oh god, no, come on, Jake, what are we doing? It could be a family meaning too. He used my last name before. What? Oh no, Jake sounds like he has some identity issues going on. He's like, to put into perspective for you, imagine you went on and used my second name for something. Yeah, like you put your name down, but instead of you putting your own surname, you put mine. Exactly. How fucked would it be if I'm like, my name is, and I use your last name? Would that piss you off? 100% that would piss you off. 100% that would piss you off. Big man, you got your whole own name, and you're using mine. Like, what's that? I don't know what that means, but like, are you trying to fight or something? Like, what's going on? Yeah, it's impossible for the pair of you. Impossible. Okay. Yeah, that would vex me though. I'm not gonna lie, Duffel. I was, yeah, your friend, yeah, I think he's got some things within himself he needs to address. That sounds strange to me, just like based off the context you explained. I can't really see a context where it makes sense unless he's like taking the piss or joking. But yeah, no, legitimately, I don't know. I wonder why. Oh, that's cool. And he's like, I'll see if I can find you a Moko or Maori tattoo. So, maybe he's a bit envious of your relationship with the other person who tries to emulate it. Yeah, that's fire. Having a tattoo off of other culture. That's it. Oh, he's his brother. Oh no.